أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Jummah Mubarak, and may Allah help our ummah wherever they might be across the globe. Just few announcements, inshallah, before the Jummah prayer. Dr. Muhammad Umar Muhabbat passed away in Houston. Mother Jamal Yasin from Lebanon also passed away. And another brother passed away. So make a dua for all these brothers. May Allah give him a shifa. May Allah give him a Jannatul Firdaus. Ameen. Ameen. I just wanted to share some information about the bathroom projects. As you probably have seen on the way in, that we're renovating our men and women bathroom. So men bathroom will be renovated first, and I'm sorry for any inconvenience that's going to cause. This bathroom will be, both bathroom will be done by March 5th. We're hoping, before the Ramadan, to just alleviate some of the issues with the wudu. And there we have, for men, we'll be using 2 bathrooms by the front masjid, and we'll also have a porta potty there. There are 3 wudu stations have been built there, for your for you to use. So, and like I said, it's going to take some time. So during that time, please help us out. Make sure that any inconvenience is caused. May Allah help us, to cope with that. Family night that was planned to be tonight is canceled due to obviously construction going on. We have Brother Talal, local resident of Rancho, with Hawa, Hajj and Umrah, offering Hajj and Umrah programs. Please see them on the way out. They have the table outside. Last but not the least, and the best announcement, our Khatib is Brother Imad Bayoun.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له عليه توكلنا إليه أنبنا إليه المصير خصنا بخير كتاب أنزل وخير نبي أرسل وخير منهاج شرع فقال عز من قائل اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وتركنا على المحجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم اللهم أحينا على سنته وأمتنا على ملته واحشرنا مع زمرته يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. O you who believe, fear Allah as you should and do not accept as Muslims. أما بعد فإن خير الكلام كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل بدعة ضلالة. Truly the best of the words is the book of Allah and the best of the guidance is the guidance of the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام. And the worst of the matters are the false innovations in the religion, any such thing as a misguidance. My brothers and sisters, the topic of my khutbah today is about the Muslim's attitude toward time, the importance of time. And you'll find that the earlier Muslims, as well as the righteous people all the time, are always actually careful about preserving and protecting their times, versus someone who spends actually most of their time producing something that benefits neither their life nor their hereafter. And sometimes that's really what happens. Time just passes without gaining any benefit from it, neither worldly benefit nor something that benefits our religion. But yet to the importance of time, due to the importance of time, we find Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swearing by different aspects of the time. Of course, we only swear by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swore by the night, by the day, by the duha, by the asr, all aspects of time to indicate the importance of time. And the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam said on the day of judgment, that لن تزول قدم عبد يوم القيامة حتى يسأل عن أربع, that the person will not be taken anywhere on the day of judgment until he is questioned about four things. Two of them are about time. عن عمره فيما أفناه وعن شبابه فيما أبلاه, about how he spent his life and specifically his youthful years, how he used his youthful years, because this is the period of production where the person actually can produce something. That's why it is that important, and you'll find that the Islamic rituals and practices, some of them are connected to specific times. They cannot be accepted at any other time, whether it's fasting, whether it's prayer, whether it's hajj, and then so on. And you'll find that these rituals actually increase our awareness of the passage of time. You know, the one thing that everybody actually mentions when you talk about Ramadan is that, well, Ramadan was just like yesterday. It just started yesterday and it's done, or it just actually finished last year and it started now, it was just like 2 days ago. So it makes us actually aware, increases our awareness actually of the passage of time. And that time that we're talking about is really, like I said, the most precious thing that we own. You know, Hassan al-Basri said that you are nothing but the collection of the times that you live. When some of those times pass, some of you actually has passed. So this is what we are. That's why it really saddens you when you hear people saying, I'm going to kill some time. Because when you're killing some time, you're killing some of yourself actually, without even feeling it. So it is the most precious thing, and whatever is past of that time cannot be recovered. You know, money can be recovered. They say time is money. Time actually is more precious than money. Because if you lose some money, you may be able to recover it back. But once a time actually passes, it will never actually be recovered. And because of that, we have some obligations actually toward our time. Like I said, to make sure that you prioritize things. You know, quoting Al-Banna, as he said, that the obligations that we have are more than the available times that we have. So we have more things to do than the available time actually allows. That's why we have to prioritize. We should not delay certain things. That's why whenever a person feels like doing something good, do not delay it, whether it's a donation, whether it's helping somebody else, because sometimes we think, well, later, I'll do it later. Well, guess what? Later you may not be motivated to do it. That's why if you feel motivated to do something now, it should not be delayed, whenever it has to do with doing something good. That's why you'll find that The Prophet ﷺ used to like sabr, patience, except in matters of the hereafter. And you'll find the Quran mentioning words like sabiqu, sari'u, وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. When it comes to doing any good deeds, it should not be delayed. Because like I said, I may not have the chance of doing it later. I may not be motivated to do it later either. So that's why it is good to protect actually that time that we have. You know, Hasan al-Basri said, again quoting him, he said, I've met some people that were more protective of their times than you are of your wealth, of your gold and your silver. Because this is actually who you are that time. And Abdullah ibn Mas'ud alayhi ridwanullah said that I've never regretted anything in my life as much as I regretted a day that passed where my life was diminished, my lifespan, my age was diminished, and yet I did not increase in any actually good in that day that has passed. So it is good to benefit from it actually without delaying it as much as possible. And another great thing to keep in mind is to make use of the empty time that we have, the free time that we have. You know, the Prophet ﷺ said there are two blessings. Many people are losers when it comes to these blessings. As-sihhatu wal-faragh, health, and then free time, available time. Because subhanAllah, available time is something that does not remain. It's always consumed by something. Because sometimes we just like to, and this is one of the, by the way, the problem that we have is the procrastination. You know, that doing something tomorrow. And tomorrow, when we say tomorrow, we don't really mean the day after today. We mean, well, not today. That's what we mean when we say tomorrow. In other words, some other time, some other occasion. As if tomorrow is going to bring me actually a whole blow of energy out of nowhere. You know, the sad thing, or the critical thing, is that the life that I have now is all I have. There's no other one. You know, whatever I do in here is going to affect my hereafter. So this is my asset. This is the only asset that I have. So if I find excuses for not doing good things, or for complaining about certain things, or for wasting time, nobody's going to give me a whole load, a whole actually time that this is a new actually time here instead of the other one. No, it's whatever I have. So if I find excuses for not doing something, I'll be the one that's losing. Nobody's going to lose. Nobody's going to make it up for me by complaining or giving an excuse. I'll be the one actually losing. That's why time is something, like I said, it's a great blessing. And as I said, one of the greatest problems that we have, in addition to killing time, is the procrastination, that tomorrow, delaying something until later. You know, once they saw Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As, they saw him working very hard, doing things and just like barely keeping up with the things that happened during his day. And they told him, well, take a break. I mean, the work that you're doing today, keep some of it till tomorrow. Why don't you just keep some of it till tomorrow? And he said, well, if I can barely actually meet each day's requirement or time load, how can I add to tomorrow's load some of the loads of today? That's why it is good to do things and not to delay it. Like I said, time is who we are. Time is the most precious asset. But it doesn't just pass, it passes and will be accountable for. And again, to quote Hasan al-Basri again, where he said that every day that is born, every day break, at every day break, a day will declare, I'm a new creation. Use me. For once I pass, I will not return until the day of judgment. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi min wala. My brothers and sisters, there's another actually aspect of our attitude toward time, which is our attitude toward the passage of time as it passes. You know, when I say that whatever actually, by the way, passes is not recovered, it should not push us actually into saying, well, too bad, I lost everything, so I might as well basically wait for everything to end. Of course not. You know, some of us actually live their life stuck in the past of things that they had, or things that they wear. I used to own this. I used to have this. I used to be healthy. I used to be this. And they remain stuck actually in there. And in the process, they lose the present and the future. So in a way, they let the past, so to speak, parasitize the future by doing that. You know, or they think about the certain decisions that they made in the past. You know, I should not have chosen that field of studies. I should not have married that person. I should not have done this. And like I said, in the process, the present and the future actually are lost. You know, when the Prophet ﷺ indicated to us not to dwell on certain things that we made in the past. You know, not to actually remain stuck in the past. You know, the Sahaba alayhim ridwanullah, some of them actually were enemies of Islam before they became Muslims. But once they became Muslim, it was a new start. They did not remain stuck in the past. You know, oh, I fought the Muslims. How could I have done this? How could I have done that? Well, that's it. It's past already. So long as the person repented from what has passed, then the person should look actually forward. That's what the Prophet ﷺ said, that the person should not say, لا يقولن أحدكم لو إني فعلت كذا لكان كذا وكذا ولكن ليقل قدر الله ما شاء فعل. That one of you should not say, if I've done this, if I made that decision or this decision, then I would have something different today. Then this would have happened. Don't keep on thinking that way. Because the Prophet said, instead, you should have said, Allah decreed, and whatever He decreed was fulfilled. This is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala willed for it to happen. And keep in mind that the decisions that we made in the past was all we could do. You cannot revisit decisions that you made in the past with the awareness that you have today. Well, when I made those decisions, I wasn't courageous enough. I wasn't knowledgeable enough. I wasn't experienced enough. Whatever it is. My belief wasn't strong enough, so I made that decision. Now it's different. I cannot revisit those decisions with new givens that I have actually today. That's why not to remain stuck in the past, but to always actually look forward. And also when it comes to the future, some of us always have this pessimistic attitude about the future. We're all going to die. Yes, of course we're all going to die. But until we die, there's something that can be done. That's what the Prophet ﷺ said, اغتنم خمسا قبل خمس, make use of 5 before 5. One of them, he says, your life before your death. So long as you're alive, you're not dead, you can produce something. So it is not to say, well, I'm going to die anyway. Yes, but I'm not dead yet. And I can still make a difference. And the Prophet ﷺ indicated that the believer will only increase in khair, in good deeds, when he ages. That's why every day that passes can bring something good, some benefit from that. And not to dwell always on the past, like I said, that this is it, the good days are gone. I had a sheikh, a teacher, that used to say that some people will say, well, the good days are gone. And he said, yes, the good days are gone, but better days are coming. Instead of always remaining stuck in something, you know, we're always nostalgic about the past, that the past is the best that could ever be. Well, that's not true. That's not true. The future can carry something actually better than the past. That's what thinking about the past with hope. And as the Prophet ﷺ indicated for us that we have to always think the best of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know, لا يموتن أحدكم إلا وهو يحسن الظن بربه. So we have the best hope in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring things in the best way. And I like a beautiful poetry by Imam al-Shafi'i, and I'll translate. He said, سهلت أعين ونامت عيون في أمور تكون أو لا تكون إن ربا كفاك بالأمس ما كان سيكفيك ما غد سيكون. He says that people are losing their sleep, worrying about the future, whether certain things will happen or not. And he said, well, the Lord that satisfied your needs yesterday will just as well satisfy them tomorrow. So just like Allah took care of you yesterday, took care of you whatever you were going through, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take care of you actually afterward. That's why we rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we think the best of Him. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us recognize the truth and help us follow it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us recognize the falsehood and help us avoid it. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make the best of our deeds the last ones that we do, and the best of our days that we shall meet Him. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect the ummah of Prophet Muhammad anywhere in the world, anywhere where La ilaha illallah is declared high. إن الله أمرنا بأمر عميم بدأ بنفسه وثنى بملائكة قدسه فقال ولم يزل قائلا عليما حكيما إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم وبارك اللهم على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين اللهم واعلي بفضلك كلمتي الحق والدين اللهم من أراد بالمسلمين خيرا فوفقه إلى كل خير ومن أراد بهم شرا فخذه أخذ عزيز مقتدر اللهم يا واصل المنقطعين أوصلنا إليك اللهم ولا تخزنا يوم العرض عليك اللهم ارزقنا لذة النظر إلى وجهك الكريم. اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة وكل ما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل، ونعوذ بك من النار وكل ما قرب إليها من قول أو عمل. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات، المؤمنين والمؤمنات، الأحياء منهم والأموات، إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات، والحمد لله رب العالمين، وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر، لا إله إلا الله.
جزاكم الله خير. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين، إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والسماء والطارق وما أدراك ما الطارق، النجم الثاقب، إن كل نفس لما عليها حافظ، فلينظر الإنسان مما خلق من ماء دافق يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب، إنه على رجعه لقادر، يوم تبلى السرائر فما له من قوة ولا ناصر، والسماء ذات الرجع والأرض ذات الصدع، إنه لقول فصل وما هو بالهزل، إنهم يكيدون كيدا وأكيد كيدا، فمهل الكافرين أمهلهم رويدا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين، إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين، اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى، الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى، والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى، سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله، إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى، ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى، سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى، الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا، قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى، بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى، إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.